Hey everybody, what's going on today? Welcome to the channel. I have it, finally, the World Series gameplay video. I finally did it for the month. Your boy Big Tom K, the doctor of directional hitting, did it post-patch. So it is possible, everybody. You guys do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. It was a comeback win too, man. And the craziest thing about it was the two final games that I played were both against World Series players. Shout out to the opponents. They were both really good. But the second to the last game went 21 innings. I burned my entire bullpen. By the time I got the walk-off win, I was on my final pitcher, or fixing to put my final pitcher in for that game. So I went to the market and I bought like 4 or 5 relievers because I had some stubs saved up. So I bought them to replace all the guys that were burnt out and tired, and we did it. It was a crazy one, and thankfully I did, because as you'll see, I had to pull my starter in the first inning, which is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all, especially when you know you're one game away from getting there. So, and then make sure you guys stick around. I changed my uniforms at the end of this game. I changed my team name. And I'm going to show you guys what they are at the end. It's hilarious, by the way. You're going to love it. Make sure that you stick around for that. And I'll give the explanation of why I did it. So let's get right to the gameplay, you guys. All right, so it found a matchup pretty quick. So I thought I needed 18 points. I'm probably going to get it here. Facing the Rebels, Old Miss, the Old Miss Rebels here. Long Schlong 26. I'm like, oh boy. He does have the Chipper Jones card. He's got an awesome lineup, man. Stout lineup. He's got that John Lester card on the mail, which I was a little confused by because that is not a very good card to use in ranked seasons. So that made me feel pretty good at the beginning. I've got Greinke on the mound and get 0-1 here to Tony Gwynn. Try to throw this slider, and he smacks it up the middle for a base hit. I'm like, oh boy. This is not the kind of start that I was really looking for. Not really sure what's going on. So I go ahead and get the bullpen loose, man. And I'm like, all right, I go ahead and get Ferrerabend loose. I did pick up Suter, Diaz. I moved Zach Britton into there, and I picked up the Raleigh Fingers card. So those are the guys that I grabbed. He goes and gets the stolen base right here and the hit and run, and moves the runners over to first and second. So at this point, Greinke is making me nervous, to say the least, I guess. Chipper comes up here and smacks one up the middle. He gets a base hit. I figure he's going to try to score him, but he holds him for some reason. I might have had him out, actually, anyway, but it worked out okay. But now I got Frank Thomas up. And I'm like, what do I do? Oh, boy, what do I do? So I go ahead and pull Greinke because he's hitting him too good, and I cannot afford to mess around in this game one bit. So I go ahead and put the knuckleballer in because I know he can get ground balls and possibly get me a double play to get out of this. I figure he might have switched to directional hitting here, possibly. I don't know, because it never appeared that he switched back after I took Ferrerabend out. So he was a little bit tired too, Ferrerabend was. I throw this pitch here and get Frank to pop it up for an infield fly rule to first base. And we get 1 out. So I got bases loaded, 1 out. I got a 1-0 count here to Griffey. I go with that high one again, trying to get him to pop it up. And he sends one to center field. I'm like, all right, well, he's probably going to get this run in, but I'm going to try to throw it home and get him anyway. But he does. He does score the run. He tags up. But now I've got 2 outs, man, and only 2 men on base. So I go from bases loaded, nobody out, and no runs on the board, to only giving up 1, and then I get Piazza to pop it up to right field. So I get out of a bases loaded, no out jam with only giving up 1 run. I was happy at this point. I mean, I would have been happier with none, obviously, but not too bad. And then Ichiro hits a little dinker here to Chipper, who seems to cover a ton of ground playing third base. That was kind of crazy. That was kind of the shortstop's ball, but whatever, nonetheless. And then 2-2 count here to Alomar. And he hits one that I thought might get over Ripken's head, but it just didn't quite make it, man. So Ripken gets out there. He's got great range. So he goes out there and makes that play into shallow left center field. Really deep short, I guess. That wasn't really shallow left center. And then Gary gets this one up the middle, and somehow Kershaw, he's a good fielder. But wow, he just, or not Kershaw. That's not Kershaw. Yeah. No, it was Lester. John Lester. I'm sorry. It was John Lester, not Kershaw. I don't know why I was thinking. I must have faced Kershaw a dozen times today. So Ty Cobb leads off this inning and smacks this pitch for a triple all the way to the wall on the knuckleball. And I'm thinking, uh-oh. This is why I started to think maybe he was playing with directional, because he started smacking this knuckleball. And I'm like, uh-oh, this is not good, man. I pretty much know he's going to get this run in. But I got to bring the infield in just in case. And Ripken at the plate here. Get the 0-1 count here to Ripken. And he pops it up to right field, but he's going to be able to tag easily. I try to go run back and get the big deep run on that one. And I thought, maybe I shouldn't catch this at all. Maybe I should let it drop because it would be foul, but I needed the out. So I went ahead and caught it and got the out. Tony Gwynn comes up here. We got 2 gone here at this point. Tony gets a base hit up the middle. He's getting me a little bit nervous, though. I'm thinking the knuckleballer's getting hit around too much. So I go ahead and just make the change right now. Bring in Suter, who pitched good for me earlier in the year. And I strike him out there on a fastball up high. So that was pretty good, man. We got out of there. So it's 2-0. You know, could be better at this point. But Willie Mays comes up and smacks one up the middle here for a base hit to lead off this inning. So that was pretty good. I'm thinking, all right, man, I got some speed on the bases. Feeling pretty good. Got Griffey coming to the plate. Didn't matter that I had somebody on base when Griffey came to the plate, because this guy had the shift turned off for his team anyway, so he didn't shift on Griffey. But Griffey ends up moving him over to second. He couldn't turn the double play on that slow hit ground ball, so at that point I was just happy to take that. Go ahead and take third here with Willie. So that was a nice stolen base there. And I got Pudge at the plate, 0-2 count. And he lines out to third base, and Chipper, who almost doubled me up there. So that sucked a little. That sucked a little bit. But George Brett comes up here with 2 outs. And I tried it. I tried the cheese. I shouldn't have. But, man, at this point, I just needed a desperate win. I'm totally owning it. I needed a desperate win. So I got out. I screwed myself. And so he's got Chipper leading off here in the 3rd inning. I'm still down 2-0. And he lines out on that first pitch there to George Brett, who sticks that tree trunk out there and grabs the ball. It's like more like a tree limb, I guess, for him. It's tree trunks if it's Frank Thomas. And then I get Frank to ground out here to shortstop. So that was good, man. I've shut Frank down a couple times, which was amazing enough. And then Griffey steps to the plate here. We get the 2-2 count on Griffey. I believe I was going to the splitter here. And yes, I was. And get him to ground out to second base to Robbie Alomar. So get through this inning. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. I'm like, come on, guys, man. We need some runs right here. This is like, it's not time to mess around anymore. We need to get some runs. And he walks George Brett right there. So I get George Brett on to lead off. I go ahead and pull him. I need some speed. George isn't quite fast enough for me. I need Honus Wagner out there. He can play third or short the rest of the game, and I can switch Vizquel to third if I need to. But I go ahead and take the bag right here and swipe it. And he's in there safe at second. And now I got Vizquel up here. 1-1 count. Hits the ground ball, but that's fine. I moved the run over to third base with 1 out, so that's all I was needing to do now. Is make sure I move him over. I got the pitcher batting here, and I'm like, all right, I know I'm going through pitchers like crazy, but I got to make a change. So I bring in Hornsby. And clutch, baby Hornsby. First pitch. Kaboom. I thought it was going to get out of here. It didn't actually get out of here. It hit off the wall. It was a big shot, though, man. And then Hornsby gets that double, so great hit. Couldn't have asked for much more. It was the perfect kind of shot. Ichiro steps to the plate here. And Ichi gets the base hit on the first pitch. Down the line. Finally coming through for the first time all month. He actually gets a double out of it. And I score the run and tie the game. So it's 2-2 right now. I got 1 out. And we got Robbie Alomar stepping to the plate here. I need to move him to third base. And he makes it in there safe, man. So I get the stolen base. So I got 2-2, 2-2, 1 out. And then Alomar pops it up to second base into shallow center field. So that sucked a little bit. I was hoping to at least just put it on the ground and get that run in. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And then Lou Gehrig comes up here and grounds out to shortstop to Cal Ripken Jr., who gets the makes the play and throws it to first. All right, so I don't get the lead. I tied it up. I'll take it at this point. It's an even game now. We just call it a day. I go ahead and make the pitching change there and bring in Sergio Romo. Old Serge. And he pitches here to Piazza and gets him to pop it up into shallow center. So that was nice for the first out. Romo came through in the clutch, man. I didn't know how well his card was going to do in ranked seasons just because of the pitch speeds not being great for him. But people have a hard time picking up the fastball and sinker from him. And, of course, the slider is just disgusting. I get him to ground out here with Ty Cobb there to second base. So we got 2 gone here in the inning. I need the shutdown inning after tying the game back up. That was the goal here. And then he pops this one up with Ripken into center field. Fairly deep center field, but it was still just a pop-up. Willie's able to get to that pretty easily. And a little trick, you guys. I've been playing at Forbes Field nonstop, and the reason I've been playing there is ever since last week's patch, or a couple weeks ago's patch, everybody's been blasting home runs again. So why not take the biggest field I can possibly take and keep them from hitting as many home runs? That's my theory on it, and it held true and has worked out great. So Willie Mays gets out right there, and then he walks Griffey. So I got Griffey on base with 1 out in the 4th. I go ahead and steal the base here with Junior. And he gets in there and he's safe at second, man. So I got a runner on second base. Pudge at the plate, who has moved up to 6th in the lineup here recently. But strikes out. Maybe he should move back down. So he goes ahead and walks Honus Wagner here, which I guess I didn't quite understand because he had 2 outs already. So I send the runners in motion, and Vizquel hits the hit-and-run base hit through the hole right where the second baseman would have been. Knocks in the run, and I take the lead 3-2. Now I got runners on 1st and 3rd. Pitcher at the plate. I've already made enough pitching changes that I don't want to take him out, but I thought maybe I could run the hit and run and poke something through there where the second baseman was. Didn't quite get it done, but that's okay. I had the top of my order leading off the next inning. I do get the lead, so it's 3-2. And his creative, or that was John Lester. I'm sorry, it wasn't his creative. It was John Lester strikes out there. So he's got Tony Gwynn up here, 1-2 count. And I get Tony to hit this little dinker to second base and get him out. I'm like, all right, man, I'm so close to getting this shutdown inning again. I just need another shutdown inning. After taking the lead, this is his creative player right here. He's got Carlos Beltran is who he created as his creative player. And then Alomar makes this awesome play into the hole. Great throw over to first. Nails him there for the final out of the inning. And we get that shutdown inning. So Ichiro steps to the plate here against Lester. 0-2 count and strikes out. He whiffs on that one. Couldn't get the base hit there to lead off the inning. It's kind of hoping for it. But 2-0 count here to Alomar. And he hits a hard ground ball right to the tree trunk. The actual tree trunk there of Frank Thomas. And then Lou Gehrig steps to the plate here with 2 outs. And hits this pretty decent. I was late on it. It was an outside pitch. Maybe shouldn't have swung, but line out to Ty Cobb there for the final out. So nothing going in that inning. He's got Chipper Jones stepping to the plate right here in the 6th. How fitting was it to actually beat a guy who already had the Chipper Jones card to get the Chipper Jones card for myself. So I enjoy that quite a bit. Got him to pop up foul there. Got Frank Thomas batting here. Pitching to him for the 3rd time. George Brett, or not, that's Honus Wagner, sorry. I forgot about the replacement. Honus Wagner dives, knocks the ball down, manages to pick it up and throw him out because Big Frank is just too slow for his own good. And then we get Griffey to pop it up here into shallow right center field for the final out of the inning. Still holding the 1-run lead. Oh, getting nervous, man. I know what I got to do at this point. I'm like, this guy is not beating me. I'm literally like screaming this at the TV at this point. This guy is not beating me. I'm not letting him get to me and win. So I get Willie Mays steps up here to lead off the 6th. Strikes out right there on the 2-2 count on the high fastball. Junior steps up here on the 1-1 count and gets a little base hit over the shortstop's head, man, over Ripken's head. It falls in for the hit. And then he held the ball for a second, and I was like, well, I'm at least going to see if he throws it. So I took off the base. And then he started to throw it. I was like, all right, let's go back to first. So I got Griffey on first base. Pudge at the plate. I go for the steal. The ball gets through Ripken. I send him to third. Wouldn't have been able to move him if I wasn't doing the hit and run, man. Perfect hit and run. Didn't go where I was hoping the ball would, but I'll take it. Doesn't matter. First and third with one out. Hornsby steps to the plate. He puts in Raleigh Fingers. And I dropped the bunt down, man, because Honus Wagner can bunt, so why not? And then he throws it to second base for some reason, so everybody's safe. I don't really know what was going on there. So I'm trying to move Wagner over to second base here. Doesn't quite work. I know I'm hosed. I try to go back. He pump fakes me, throws home, and I just make a bonehead play here when I could have got some more runs on the board. And he gets him out, and then I try to go for second, and I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. So he gets me out. He's got 2 gone here in the inning. I try to steal, and he strikes me out anyway. So I got the 2-run lead, though, now. It's 4-2. We're in the top of the 7th. I go ahead because Sergio Romo was out of energy, and this is the first time I've ever used this Edwin Diaz card, and I will say I hate it. As I leave a fastball up at his eyes, and he hits a home run here, and makes it 4-3. I do not like this Edwin Diaz card. He has 0 control. It is really bad. I sold it immediately after this game was over. I do go do a mound visit just to boost his confidence back up, or try to, and try to give my relief pitchers that are warming up a little bit of extra time there. You get Ty Cobb to ground out to first base, so that's okay. So I got 1 gone. I got Ripken up here. 1-2 count. And Ripken gets the base hit into left field. So he's getting me a little bit nervous here, man. Only the 1-run lead in the 7th. It's getting late, and I'm not trusting this Edwin Diaz card. So, I didn't really know what to do, man. I thought he was going to leave Raleigh Fingers in, so then he brings in Bryce Harper. And I bring in Zach Britton. And he brings in Dante Bichette right here. Right here. Sorry about that. He brings in Dante Bichette right here. And I got the 0-1 count to him. He goes to steal. He swings and misses, but he gets the stolen base. I thought I was going to have him out, but he gets the stolen base right there. 1-2 count here to Bichette. Throw the inside slider. Get him to pop it up right here to the catcher, just in front of home plate. Between the mound and the plate right there. So we got 2 gone in the inning. He's got Ripken over there at second base. All right, I go with the inside 2-seamer here to Tony Gwynn. Get him to pop it up to shortstop there for the final out of the 7th inning. So he strands that runner. He does get that home run, so he gets 1 run back, but I still have the 4-3 lead, so that's not too terribly bad right there. He brings in his Britton card right here. I go ahead and make the move and bring in Vladimir Guerrero, the new signature card right here. He's been hitting pretty good for me, so I thought, let's give him a shot, see if he can get on base. 3-1 count, and he draws the walk. So that was pretty good, man. Draws the walk right there. The opponent paused here for a quick second here, entered the quick menu. And then I go ahead and decide I'm going to bring Vlad out because I need some more speed on the bases. So I put Jackie Robinson over there and pinch run him at first base just so I can possibly steal a base. I was going to steal on this pitch, and he goes to pick me off. I wasn't taking the step, by the way, off of first base, but he throws it wild. I move up to second base anyway, so that's perfect, which is great because I was going to be probably picked off, I guess. I try to bunt him over to third with 2 strikes with Ichiro. He throws the high strike and gets me out. That did not work out very well at all. He walks Robbie Alomar here to set up the double play, and then I pull the bonehead move of the week right here, trying to do the double steal, and I fell for this again. His pump fakes with his throw canceling. I wish they would take throw canceling out of the game. But is what it is. It's just something I don't personally like, but I don't have a problem when people use it. That's no problem. I was an idiot there and messed up. So I decided to put in Raleigh Fingers here for the 8th inning. I've never pitched with this card before. I thought about doing the double switch here with leaving Jackie Robinson in the game, but I decided no. I'm pretty set with the defense I've got. I think everybody's good right now. Let's just go ahead and bring him in and roll with it from here. His creative player steps up to the plate here to lead off the inning. Top of the 8th inning. 1 run lead. And he hits a double down the left field line to start it off. I'm thinking, oh boy, this Raleigh Fingers card better hadn't be bad, man. It was kind of expensive, so I'm hoping it's good. But he's got Chipper up now. He's got Frank on deck. And what could be the ballsiest move I've ever done, I walked Chipper to get to Frank Thomas. And on the 2-2 count to Frank, he swings early, hits this ground ball. I almost get the triple play, but I do turn 2. Breathing a sigh of relief right there. Griffey steps to the plate. I decide to walk him right here. And he's got Mike Piazza, who hit the home run earlier in the game, so this might be a little bit crazy also. But the first pitch, I go with this inside sinker right here to him. And he pops it up in foul territory to Lou Gehrig. It's for the final out of the 8th. I've got the 1-run lead. And then what's this? I notice Lou Gehrig is walking slowly towards the dugout. I'm not quite sure, but I'm thinking either we lost connection or he quit at this point. So I don't really know exactly what's happened. Keeping my fingers and toes crossed at the moment. Because if he lost connection or if he quit, I'm going to get this win and probably get in World Series right here. Everybody's in the dugout, and it pops up. Lost connection. He quit the game right there, I believe. Rage quit because he couldn't tie it up in the 8th inning. Worked out great for me. Picked up 22 points. Made it to World Series. 9-0-4. We did it, fellas. We did it. This one is for all of us. It's not just for me. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. But this one's for all of us. We know how much crap everybody talked. We know how much the patch has affected gameplay the last couple weeks. How it seems like they're trying to work against directional hitting. I'm not going to let that happen. It's just not going to I'm not going to let it happen, period. Told you guys I needed to take a couple days off to figure out what to do. And I got it. I figured it out. So, it's working. I don't know exactly what I did differently other than the little trick I'm going to make a video about tomorrow that I'm going to tell you guys about. So you guys will see that one tomorrow morning. But yeah, this is great, man. This one's for all of us. Let's go take a look at the Chipper Jones card right quick before I show you guys the new team and the new uniforms. There it is, choice pack complete, Chipper Jones. Oh boy, what a ride. Let's take a look at this card real quick, guys. 116 both contacts there against right and lefties. 105 power against righties, 93 power against lefties, 112 vision, 125 plate discipline. So the check swings are going to be out of this world. That'll be great. 114 on the clutch. He can't bunt, but you guys know I'll probably try it at least once or twice. So he's got 76 fielding, 74 arm strength, 73 arm accuracy, and 74 reaction, which doesn't look that great. However, silver players at third base seem to play better than golds and diamonds, or just as good as those cards do this year. So it's kind of been weird. Hornsby played great over there for me all year, so I think Chipper will do just fine. 68 speed, 75 steal, and 64 base running aggression. So he can definitely swipe some bags. He's a little bit faster than George Brett. Well, I think he's one slower than George, but his stealing number is a little bit higher. So he should be able to swipe some bags too for me. But switch hitting bat, man. He does have left field as a secondary, but I'm probably not sticking that out in the outfield. So I enjoyed getting this card, man. It was a stressful month to say the least, but 7 straight months World Series with directional hitting and pulse pitching. It can be done, fellas. Just let me know if you're needing help, man. I'm here to help you guys with whatever I possibly can. But let's go look at the new hilarious team uniforms. Here we are, the Fort Worth Cheese, everybody. You guys know how much crap I took on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and I am so sick and tired of it. I don't even care. I'm just going to own it from now on. Don't give a damn what anybody has to say. I am rolling out the team with cheese on the uniforms and a big old block of wedge cheese up on the hats and as my logo on the fields. I don't care. I don't care anymore. All these guys that talk their crap, they can talk all the crap they want to. They're still not taking the win away from me. They're not taking World Series away from me. They're not taking being the doctor of directional hitting away from me. So here's the home uniforms. I love these, man. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm doing it just because it's funny and it's fun. I don't even care anymore. Let's go take a look at the away uniforms now. All right, here's the away uniforms right here. I love them, man. I know they're flashy. They're not my typical style for uniforms, but man, I went with the colors of cheese. You had to. I didn't know if I was gonna go with the name the cheddar or the cheese, but I like the cheese better. Screw it, we might as well. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Share the video for me if you don't mind there. Also, share the video out there on all your social media platforms. Let's bring as many people in here as we can. Show them that directional hitting can be the ultimate way to go, man. And we can help a lot more people and get a lot more people here to the channel. So I appreciate all you guys' help already throughout the year. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, as I said, make sure to get your comment in on this video for another entry into the Pudge Rodriguez giveaway, the autograph giveaway for the Pudge Rodriguez autograph card. Second place is Michael Young autograph card, and third is a Joey Gallo autograph card donated to the channel by Johnny P. So shout out to him right there. But I appreciate you guys coming in and joining this video today, and hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.